here's where nearly everyone misunderstands how to calculate the true cost of using GMA Garnet. So to illustrate this, let's use an example. A common 45,000 square foot storage tank that requires 15 plus mils of coating removed. Now we can all agree that there's going to be some upfront expenses required to tackle this project. So let's explore the 4 main upfront costs. Number 1, the cost of abrasive. Bring in the slag. For example's sake, let's estimate it's going to require $40,000 of medium slag to complete this tank project. Now, let's compare that with GMA Garnet. Bring in the garnet. Well, there you go. It's going to require $45,000 worth of GMA Garnet to complete this tank. And this is where most contractors stop the analysis. Industrial contractors are in business to profit. Generally speaking, as much profit as possible. But to even get the opportunity to make money, they must first bid on projects. Those they win indicate exactly how much money they'll make. So therefore, it seems intuitively obvious that the easiest way to maximize profit from this known payout is to reduce overhead costs. In our example, GMA costs more than slag. And so this is where the vast majority of contractors stop the analysis. And that is where we've done a completely terrible job explaining to you how choosing the more expensive abrasive is actually going to make you more profit.
What?
Because the garnet helps reduce the other 3 overhead costs. The cost of labor, the cost of equipment, and the cost of cleanup. Many contractors forget these are not simply fixed costs that stack atop the garnet column. When GMA is used properly, these costs drop significantly. For example, because GMA blasts faster, your labor is reduced. Your crew blasts fewer days, and fewer days lowers your labor expense. And by blasting fewer days, your equipment costs are also decreased. And finally, not only do you blast fewer days, but you use less abrasive. And so the cleanup costs are significantly reduced. This gap in profit margin actually becomes larger by spending more on superior abrasive. This is an industry secret. Top companies are using this to grow their profits and market share. Don't just take my word for it. Here's a customer willing to go on video and admit it.
I was working for a place called CL Coatings out of Mokina, Illinois. The Blast One guys came and we convinced us after a little bit of fighting to switch from coal slag to garnet, and we never stopped. We were garnet people from then on. The actual cost savings, the time savings, everything was exactly what they said it was going to be. The proof was in the pudding, and the pudding tastes great.
This profitability is just one reason we push GMA Garnet. It also decreases dust. It's a green product, safer for the environment, safer for blasters, and it results in a cleaner surface, which extends coating life. As trusted business consultants, why wouldn't we push it? Now, we're not saying GMA Garnet is the ideal abrasive for every application. Here are 5 instances we don't recommend it. But for all other applications, this is your secret weapon. This is your competitive advantage. But GMA Garnet only becomes your competitive secret weapon, best thing ever advantage if you optimize your blasting setup. We've had customers buy it in the past, use it with subpar pressure and worn out nozzles, and it failed. It performed no better than their media, but it cost a lot more. And that's because they were using it incorrectly. And so if you want to see how to use it correctly, you need to watch this video next.